All right, so I'm going to go over the reading from the day one of the equations assignment. So first of all, we have an open sentence, which is just an expression that has no equal sign. So you have an equation and you have an open sentence. Then we have a set, which is a collection of objects or numbers. So an example of a set, which I'm going to use that for a couple words here, is an example would be like -3, -2, 1, 10, and 20. Okay, so I have a collection of numbers. In kind of the real world, you might have a collection of objects, like a set of books or whatever. An element is each object or number in a set. So all the individual numbers are elements. So I could say -3 is an element. And there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 elements in this one set. Okay, a replacement set is a set of numbers or elements that can be used to replace a variable. So they're options. A solution set is the set of elements that are solutions to a sentence, so actual things that make a true statement. All right, so these are the guided practice answer key. So quickly correct your guided practice problems, and then you only need to watch the solutions to the problems that you got incorrect. So you just should skip to whichever ones you need to watch and not do them all, otherwise you won't have a lot of time for your homework. So for 1B, you need to find the solution set for the equation. And if the replacement set is 0, 1, 2, 3. And so just make yourself a little table so you can organize 4 different options. So I'm going to make a table. My element would be 0, 1, 2, or 3. And then maybe your substitution, and then your result will be on the very last thing. So like a true or false. Okay, so if I'm substituting in 0, it would be 28 equals 4 times the quantity 1 plus 3 times 0. And you can show work, or I think most of you could do this one in your head. So that's 0 plus 1, which is 1 times 4 is 4, so this is false. Okay, continue on, doing the same process. So this is 3 plus 1 is 4 times 4 is 16. False. 3 times 2 is 6, plus 1 is 7, times 4 is 28, so that one's true. And last one. So 3 times 3 is 9, plus 1 is 10, times 4 is 40, that's false. So your solution set is, so you need your set brackets. That wasn't a very good copy of those brackets. So you need your squiggly brackets, and the solution is 2. So that's the only thing in your set brackets. The only element is 2. And until we've talked about why there's only one solution to this, you need to show your work for all. Because you need to be able to explain why mathematically there's only one solution. And we will go over that in a few chapters. Okay, number 2. We need to solve this equation. So t equals 81 divided by the quantity 5 minus 2, which would be 3. And so t equals 81 divided by 3, which would be 27. So the unique solution is 27. 3a, we need to solve. Okay, so 18 plus 4 is 22, plus m equals 5 minus 3, which is 2 times m. And I'm going to subtract m from both sides so that I have just my constant over here by itself and my m terms over here, so this will be 1m. So the unique solution, oops, is 22. Alright, next one. So I'm careful with my operations here. That's 8 times 4 times k, so that's 32k plus 45. Over here we have 32k minus 10. And right here you might stop because you realize that your variables are going to cancel. Otherwise you finish it up and show that they cancel. So I'm just going to subtract 32k from both sides. That's 0k, so that's nothing left. There are none k's. And what I get over here is negative, so 0, so that's negative 10. This is a false statement, so that means there are no solutions possible. So no solution. Okay, step number 4. So doing this carefully, you're getting highly complex equations now. So 12 times 10, oh, it's 10 minus 7, so I don't need to do it. Hold on, don't do such work. 12 times 3 plus 9g, so that's 36 plus 9g. Let's see what I have here. G equals 4 plus 5 plus 36. That would be 9g plus 36. And if you recognize right here that this is an identity, then you can stop and say that they're all real numbers because it's an identity. So you would have to write that in your answer. So the equation is an identity, so the solution set is all real numbers. Okay, part B is similar. So 2d plus 8 minus 5 equals 10 times 7 plus, oh, that's a 2d. Okay, and then we've got 2d plus 8 minus 5, which is 3, equals 70 plus 2d. You might stop here because you know that your variables are going to cancel, but if you don't recognize that yet, then you would have subtracted 2d from both sides. And they cancel out because there's 0 left, so 3 equals, cancel it out, there's nothing left over there either. And we get a false statement, so no solution. All right, 4C. Distributed here. 3b plus 3 minus 5 equals 3b minus 2. 3b, let's see, plus, oh, no, that's minus 2 because it's negative 5. Minus 2 equals 3b minus 2. You should notice this is an identity, and then it will be all real numbers. But if you didn't, you might say add 2 to both sides and get 3b equals 3b, and they're the same. Or you could have even subtracted and got 0 equals 0, or you might have got any manner of things. -2 equals -2. There's lots of ways to get it. But this equation is an identity. So the solution set is all real numbers. Okay, 4D. So here's one of those problems where you run across that negative and distributive property that can be hiding. So make sure you distributed a negative half to both parts. So 5 minus half times c, and then half of 6, so that'd be positive 3 equals 4. And then I can combine like terms, so this is 8 minus half c equals 4. Subtract 8. I have negative 1 half c equaling negative 4. Multiply by the reciprocal. And you get c is positive 8. Okay. Last one is number 5. Amelia drives at an average of 65 miles an hour. Write and solve an equation to find the time it will take her to drive 36 miles. So your equation would be, well, it's 65 miles per hour, so times hours equals the number of miles she went. Or in this case, could be distance. So h equals hours, and m equals miles. Distance. And then you can go ahead and substitute, substitute, 65h, and we know she went 36 miles, so how long did it take her to do that? Well, divide by 65, and she will get about 55 hundredths. And then you could translate that into minutes if you took 55 hundredths times 60 minutes in an hour and get about 33 minutes. Make sure you have a sentence with that. So, okay.